What's this all about? Isn't that Ms. Hinkle's junk press?
No, that's the junk press from my trawler. You need to help me fix it.
Yeah, but it looks exactly like Ms. Hinkle's junk press from the tutorial in Part 1.
So what? Who's going to notice? Those who played Part 1 don't even need a tutorial.
Yeah, but I bet they're gonna play it through anyway, because they just can't get enough of me. Count me out. I'm definitely not gonna suffer through this whole tutorial thing again. I mean, it was stupid enough the first time around.
Ah, come on. A little repetition can't hurt.
Then how do you explain this blister? That is where I burned myself when I repeatedly put my hand on a hot stove.
You never learn, do you?
Au contraire, I have a nearly photographic memory.
Do you now? So, do you remember how to use the interface in order to talk to someone? You've forgotten everything, right?
No, I haven't.
Then why don't you start talking to me?
And? Are you paying close attention?
I sure am.
I should hope so. Otherwise, you'll never understand how how to talk to somebody.
But you just did that.
Well, that was easy. But the thing that you don't know yet is how to look at an object.
But I already know that.
I see. And how?
I thought you were going to look at that thing on the floor.
I can see it. It's lying there.
I meant look at it more closely.
What's that?
It's the reactor lead head.
But it was a cathode plunger in the last game.
It's the lead head, believe me. You need it to repair the press.
And how exactly am I going to do that if I can't even pick the thing up? Huh? Where'd it go?
You put it in your inventory. You know, where all your items go.
Hey, there it is.
Exactly. Now, this is your inventory.
I knew that.
Here you can view all the stuff you're lugging around. You remember how to do that, don't you?
What am I supposed to do with this?
Looks like a broken spare part.
Well, then watch me fix it. Look here, bozo. I fixed the part.
I won't believe that until I see it in operation.
I know. My handyman skills are really incredible. It fits.
Next you need to...
Hey, you don't have to spoon feed me. I'll manage the rest.
Whatever.
So this is the thing I'm supposed to fix.
Right. But you need to be careful.
Hey, being careful is for people who can't handle surprises.
But in this case, the surprise would be the piston of the press, which, with all the force of an approaching steamroller, would crush your...
Don't say it! You're spoiling my surprise!
When you're ready, you need to...
Hold your horses, will ya? It's just a button. I think I can manage without your help.
Rufus, don't! You're standing right under the...
Don't panic! You don't think I'd fall for the same feeble gag twice. So, what was that again? I pushed this button here, and then...
Didn't look all that feeble to me.
They came out of nowhere. With their cruisers, plasma weapons, and mechanical beards. Organized. They took our village by force. They left nothing behind but tears and devastation. They were looking for gold and Elysium, the girl that fell from the sky. And only one person was prepared to save her. He woke her up, contacted her fiancé, and took her to the lower Ascension station, only to learn the shocking truth once he got there. Cletus, Gold's fiancé, wasn't acting out of love. He had an agreement with Ulysses, the mysterious leader of the Organon, and Argus, his right hand. They needed the Ascension codes, hidden away in Gold's brain implant, and they wanted to erase her memory. They wanted to make sure no Elysian would ever know that our world is inhabited. For their goal was terrible beyond imagination. They wanted to blow up our world. But they had failed to reckon with the One. He swapped the cartridges. And he restored Gold's memory so that she could bear the truth to Elysium. The name of this one man, this selfless hero, was Rufus. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-ba-bop.
That wasn't the whole story, was it?
That was the first part. I think it's going to be a trilogy.
Sounds a bit unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievably cool.
But if it really all happened like that, shouldn't I be on my way to Elysium with Cletus? So what are you doing here? Where is Cletus? Why am I unable to remember any of this? And forgive me for asking, but why is there a burning saw blade stuck in the side of the ship?
Oh, that. Oh, well, dun 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 dun. Ba-ba-bop. I was about to get to that part. So listen up. Da 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 dun 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 dun.
You're being pathetic again about accurate bacteria in the fridge. It's getting boring, but packing bags due to dirty socks I threw to lampshades, rim borders on anodons gone. Didn't I explicate it? Are you still not persuaded? There's grass growing on your tympanic membrane. Remember Deponia, self-sacrifices, and oh gosh, now I have to start all over again.
Huzzah, all over again.
Trash, trash, trash. And more trash.
Isn't it adorable?
Yeah, sure. Hard to imagine I ever wanted to leave here.
Ah, Rufus. This is the lad I was telling you about.
What? Him? From what you told me, I had imagined a smart young man, not a filthy bum.
There's more to him than meets the eye. When I first met him, Rufus was still a... How shall I put this?
Just say it. I was a self-indulgent slob, but I'm steadily improving.
That's right. Right now, for example, he is helping Bozo to get the trawler shipshape.
So I am. I was going to ask you whether I can borrow your hammer.
No problem. You can take it from my toolbox over there.
Thanks, Doc. You're the best.
Trash.
I still don't know, really. Something just doesn't seem right about that boy.
But Grandma Utz, whatever are you talking about? Trash.
Didn't you tell me that he suffers from an exaggerated opinion of himself?
Those days are over. Rufus has learned a lot. He is much more careful than before.
Aren't you worried he might steal something?
I trust him completely.
Rufus seems like a brutal thug to me.
Rufus? Brutal? Never.
I just hope he doesn't turn my whole house upside down.
He's just getting a hammer. How much damage could he possibly do?
Can a person really change so much?
It's very simple. Once burned, twice shy. And Rufus has burned his fingers more than once. He has learned. I would bet the house on it.
Well, I still have my doubts. That Rufus looks to me like an arsonist.
You know what they say? No doubt burns so hot that it can't be extinguished with a wet tablecloth.
But my tablecloth is as dry as a bone. You would set the whole place on fire in the blink of an eye.
Oh, Grandma, that's just a saying. No one here is going to set anything on fire.
And if he has to use the toilet, then he can do that on the trawler.
Of course, Grandma.
It's just that I have hardly any water left.
He's just getting a hammer.
All I'm saying is that he seems very clumsy.
Your fears are completely groundless. Rufus has become very careful since his last adventure.
If that's all true, then he must have turned himself around 180 degrees.
That's how it is. As if someone installed a power inverter in him.
And he shouldn't give John Thomas too much to drink under any circumstances.
Well, if that's all you're worried about,
Something like that can kill a little bird.
Rufus isn't going to drown your bird by accident.
What if he suddenly blows a fuse?
Believe me, those days are over.
What if he suddenly blows a fuse?
Believe me.
So he's more careful than he used to be?
Yes, he's finally started learning from his mistakes.
He would ask before he used my water supply, wouldn't he?
Absolutely.
Good. Good. I have to get by on what I have until the end of the month. Perhaps I'm worrying unnecessarily. After all, John Thomas is very good at self-defense.